New York City may be saved from Zohran Mamdani because of Governor Kathy Hochul. She needs to wake up and stop standing in the way of the mandate. Zohran barely won 50% of the vote in dark blue New York City, and according to the prediction market Kalshi, all his major promises from a rent freeze to free childcare and free buses all have less than a 50% chance of happening next year, as mostly all of them require state cooperation. Well, just to clarify, a rent freeze can be done without the state. That is decided by the mayor-appointed 9-person rent guideline board, and Zohran will put ideologically consistent people there. Sure, but free buses have to be approved by the state's MTA agency, which is controlled by the governor. And she says, nah, the focus should be on subsidizing poor New Yorkers rather than free buses for all. But one spot Hochul and Mamdani do seem to be aligned is universal free childcare. Yeah, except Hochul's been promising this for a while, and she made a coalition in January to study how it can be done. The thing is, Zohran has an actual plan which funds it and other things through raising corporate taxes and income taxes by 2% on the richest New Yorkers. And tax increases need to be approved by the state. And Kathy says no new taxes because guess what? New York City already has the highest top income tax rate in the nation. And Zohran has actually admitted recently that some of his plans may need to be funded with existing money rather than tax increases, as he sees that may not be likely. Yeah, he'll adapt to the conditions on the field, but Governor Hochul needs to adapt to this mandate by New York City voters who chose against moderate Democrats of her kind like Andrew Cuomo and put in a 34-year-old progressive so she can either stand in the way or find a way to deliver. Well, let's be clear. Kamala got almost 70% of the vote in New York City. Zohran barely got 50, and his win was driven largely by young New Yorkers and those who have been there less than 10 years. We all know with age comes wisdom, and I think Kathy Hochul has the wisdom to know socialism sounds great on paper, but destroys cities in reality, so the governor must hold the line. Well, older New Yorkers have benefited from a system that is now strangling young people with debt, unemployment, and unaffordability. So maybe we should give some focus to the future of our country. And Hochul did endorse Mamdani as she has an election herself in 2026. And if she stops the progress too much, she should expect a progressive Mamdani-backed challenger to get her out of the way. We've talked about this before. What's blocking progress to you is saving New York City to most others. That's not how New York City voters see it. And that's the issue right there. Nah. Yeah.